What's good, YouTube? Hitman X. Make sure you hit that like, hit that sub, show your boy some love. So we was talking about this on Lamont channel last night, FYF Sports Debates. Make sure I go subscribe to that channel. But I wanted to elaborate on it a little bit more because I was trying to get to my basic point. I was trying to elaborate on my point there, but it was so many people there and it was kind of hard to get a point in. So let's just go ahead and break this down, right? So the topic was whether or not Russell Westbrook would dominate in the 90s. That was the base debate, right? And it turned into a whole lot of other things, but the root of the debate was whether or not Russell Westbrook could dominate in the 90s. And I feel like it's a no-brainer whether or not he could, And that's not me being a fanboy or none of that. It's just me being a logical basketball fan. I've been on record a couple of years back saying that Russell Westbrook is our generation's version of MJ. I know a lot of people don't like my takes when I do these player comparisons, but they turn out to be accurate, and a lot of players back it up, right? Especially when you have Michael Jordan saying it out his own mouth, right? Which leads me to my next point. If MJ, right, feels like Russell Westbrook is a version of himself, right? And I heard somebody trying to, put context to it, saying, oh, well, he means the younger version of himself. He means the 80s version of himself. Okay, even still, right? Even let's say he's the 80s version of Michael Jordan, right? Before the championships. Because I know y'all like to nitpick and cherry pick some of your topics. So even if, right, wasn't that version of MJ dominant in the 80s? Where there's a whole lot of super teams? And I feel like it was tougher in the 80s. Right? We ain't even got to go into why. You got Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. I mean, Michael Jordan didn't win in the 80s for a reason, right? Right? I'm going to use y'all logic, right? So, Michael Jordan didn't have any teammates when he got drafted to the Bulls, right? He didn't have any teammates. And he still got to the playoffs with that team. I feel like Russell Westbrook would be able to do a similar job, especially if you give him teammates. So how wouldn't he be dominant, right? How wouldn't he be dominant in the 90s? I mean, I understand, listen, a lot of y'all hate Russell Westbrook. I will never understand why, but I understand the fact that y'all do, right? I never understand why. Because he does exactly what y'all ask him to do. Well, not ask him to do per se, because like I said, a lot of y'all like to cherry pick, but he does what y'all ask other players to do, the NBA to do. Y'all want the players to go back to the post game. Y'all want, y'all say the mid-range game is dying. Y'all want players to attack the basket more. Russell Westbrook does all that. He checks all boxes. Yet he still gets hated. He still gets vitriol. It's so easy when it's a Russell Westbrook bashing video or whatever. Everybody's in the comments tagging along on this shit, right? He can't shoot. Oh, he's this, he's that. Meanwhile, y'all praise Luka Doncic, right? And shout out to Taj Mason because he brought this back to my attention. It's something I always knew, but I keep forgetting to bring it into a topic or into a debate. Luka Doncic, y'all praise him, and he shoots 31% from the three. You would think that guy, and then they got the audacity to compare him to Larry Bird. You would think that dude was shooting at least 45% or 40. Let's say 40, right? You want to compare him to Larry Bird? At least be close to 40, right? He's on the lower end of 30. And y'all want to compare him to Larry Bird. Get your mind right. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, you can't please everybody. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. That's how I look at it. A lot of times it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. And it's narrative driven. People hate on Russell Westbrook because they want to find an excuse for why KD left OKC. Even though KD never came out of his mouth and said Russell Westbrook was the problem. He never said that. Actually, even on his burner account, he said the opposite. He said the organization was the problem. They didn't bring or put anybody around us to help us win. They actually got rid of all our players. He's been on record saying that. But that doesn't matter to a lot of people, though, because y'all care about narratives. And y'all want to protect people like KD leaving, people like Carmelo Anthony losing, right? You want an excuse for why Carmelo Anthony couldn't get it done in OKC and he looked like shit So you say, oh, Russell Westbrook was the problem, even though y'all were the same ones praising Russell Westbrook going into that season. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get my drift? Point blank, period. I mean, you even had GOAT Mike, you know, coming out his mouth. Salute to GOAT Mike, man. That's a funny dude, man. Good dude, man. Good spirited dude. But I gotta cook you right now because I seen your video last night, right? I was creeping on your channel. I seen your little video you did talking about, oh, well, I could guard Russell Westbrook easy, as if he's in the NBA. So he said, oh, all I'm gonna do is just sag off and build a wall. I'm gonna sag off and, you know, we're gonna build a wall. So this is how you cook that logic, right? So you're telling me you're gonna build a wall on Russell Westbrook. That's how you stop him. That's my point exactly, right? You put a zone on Russell Westbrook. That's basically what a wall is, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Hit that comment section. Let me know if I'm wrong. A wall is basically a zone. So you're going to put a zone on Russell Westbrook and influence him to shoot, right? So with that logic, right, that's how you stop Russell Westbrook. I agree to an extent. That's how you stop him because his decision-making out of some of those sets, right, the matchup zone and all that, is poor. That's his Achilles heel. But you can't do that defense in the 90s, right? You can't run that defense in the 90s. So how in the hell are you going to stop him with the 90s rules? Answer that question, right? Period, point blank. Like I said, man, it's a lot of times y'all ether yourself without realizing y'all ethering yourself. So make sure y'all do y'all homework, y'all do y'all research, and come correct before you come play with a chess player. Because I play chess, all right? I promise y'all, a lot of y'all don't want this. I've been cooking ticket salute to you, you the homie. You know, bro, I've been cooking you for years. As it pertains, especially to this Russell Westbrook shit. That's why I don't understand. Lamont talking about, oh, they only hate Russell Westbrook because he lost to LeBron. Bullshit, bro. It's not that simple, homie. If it was that simple, then all right, I'd agree with you. But no, bro, that's bullshit, dude. They've been hating on Russell Westbrook. I just told you why. It's because of KD, and I'm a KD fan. But they ain't been hating on KD. They would never hate on Russell Westbrook if he never played with KD. That's a fact. He'll be another, I don't know, Bradley Beal or somebody like that, you know? Like somebody who putting up big numbers but can't get it done but never gets criticized. Point blank, period. Hit me next though. That's all I got. Hit that comment section. Let me know how you feel about this one. I'm out of here.